Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, man, you know it doesn't work. Let's get open for business here today. Oh, my God. The Dallas Cowboys. Man, I got to tell you, who thought our Cowboys would be right where we are right now, with the opportunity to make the playoffs? It was just a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, we were talking about Lincoln Riley replacing Jason Garrett as the hot candidate. That we talked about Scott Linehan had been on the bubble basically during the bye week, and they considered letting him go in the offseason. We were talking about what can we do for quarterback because Dak needs to be replaced and so on. All of a sudden, you get 3 wins. And they're 3 wins that people really didn't give us a chance. Well, the third one they did. But people gave us no chance against the Eagles in Philadelphia. They said they're Super Bowl champion. They're a great team. You know, they're going to be killing the Cowboys. But we went in there and with great defense, punched them in the mouth and got a win. And of course, the narrative was, what's wrong with the Eagles? Eagles, boy, they're bad. Super Bowl hangover. Not the same team. Coaching problems. Okay. Then we were going to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta Falcons can't win in Atlanta. Great home field advantage. The Atlanta Falcons, great team. You've got an offense that you can't keep up with. You're talking about Julio Jones leading the NFL. You're talking about Calvin Ridley, great rookie receiver. You're talking about Sanu. You're talking about that high-powered offense. Cowboys can't score enough points. They got no chance. And they went there on the road with everything on the line and came back with a victory and only gave up 1 touchdown. And then you're playing your arch rival, the Redskins. Now, the Cowboys were favored on that one. I'll give you that one. But it's still, we lost in Washington. Redskins, tough defense. 6th-ranked defense in the NFL, scoring defense. And that pass rush that they have and stopping the run, actually really good. So when you looked at that, still, it was no gimme. And to win 3 games in a row in the NFL is a tough thing to do. They keep telling us, you can't. They said 3 weeks ago, stick a fork in the Cowboys. They're done. They can't turn it around. You can't win with this offense. You can't win with Jason Garrett. You can't win with Dak Prescott. It's over. Even Troy Aikman said, you've got to go through and blow the whole thing up and start over. Yet, here we are. The Redskins lost to us. We're in first place. We've got the Saints. We got the Eagles. We got the Colts, Tampa Bay, and the Giants. Redskins play the Eagles twice. Eagles, they still have to play the Texans and the Titans along with the Redskins twice. The Giants, they're not even part of the conversation. But we got now the New Orleans Saints at home. And everybody is like, wow, the Saints. You got no chance. You can't do it. Drew Brees, MVP. High-powered offense cannot keep up with them. And I had a comment this morning when I first woke up, and I'm looking at my phone and stuff, reading some of the comments. And somebody pointed out that the New Orleans Saints are number 1 against the run. Can't run against those guys. So I said, okay, let me start looking at the numbers. And that's one of those statistics that is true, but it's true because of something else. Not necessarily that you are a great run-stopping defense. Sometimes it's because of the situation. Because the Saints score quickly and score a lot of points, teams have to throw the ball to try and keep up. That's one of the reasons why you see that they're only giving up 70-some yards a game. Because we've faced teams before that have had great defenses that you can't run on and run the football. The other thing is the teams that the Saints are playing. And I pointed this out to you guys last night on our live stream. The Saints haven't exactly been playing the cream of the crop when it comes to defenses. When you think about playing Tampa Bay, who's 32nd in the NFL, when you think about playing the Falcons twice at 29th in the defense in the NFL, when you think about playing the Browns, who are 25th in the NFL on defense, and the Giants at 26th, and the Rams at 23rd, and the Bengals at 31st, your numbers may be skewed a little bit more than if you were playing top 10 defenses on a regular. Now, don't get me wrong, because they're great offense. Drew Brees has always been one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL and could go down as one of the best. And you look at some of the points they've scored, 48, 37, 43, 45, 51, 48. I mean, they've scored points like nobody's business. And for them to be able to shut down the run is key. But just like I pointed out that they haven't played great defenses, they haven't played offenses that run the ball real well either. So when you start looking at the teams that they're running against, that they're playing the run, so keep in mind, teams are trying to score quickly because they need to catch up with them. So you abandon the run. But when you think about the rushing attacks that the teams they face, Tampa Bay is 27th. The Falcons are 31st in running the ball. The Giants, 29th. The Ravens are 16th. The Vikings are 30th. Bengals are 28th. The Eagles are 25th. And, of course, the Falcons again. So they haven't faced a lot of really great rushing attacks. But here's where it gets interesting, because the Browns aren't great on offense. Their defense is not great. But what's interesting is they're good at running the ball. They are 5th in the NFL in running the football. And what's interesting is they beat the Browns, but they only scored 21 points. 21-18 to the Browns. And the Browns were a field goal kicker away from tying that up. Let me give you a little bit more hope here, too. The Ravens, which aren't a great running attack team, they're middle of the pack. They're 16th. But they have a great defense. Their defense is ranked first in the NFL. Here's what's interesting. Against New Orleans, 24-23. Let me say that again. They played against the Ravens, who are first on defense and middle of the pack running game. And the score was 24-23. The Cleveland Browns, 5th in rushing, not a great defense, 21-18. Because here's what you have to understand, whether you like the offense or don't like the offense. What it does, because it is a ball control offense, is it's going to make the game go by quicker. There's going to be less opportunities for the other team to score. And when you take 7, 8, 9 minutes on a drive, it turns around and makes the other team more one-dimensional. Now, here's the thing. New Orleans will be a hell on earth game. But New Orleans has not faced the combination of a great defense. We're third in the NFL in scoring defense. They haven't faced anybody that's like that, other than the Ravens. And they haven't faced anybody with a great defense and a top running attack. Now, they faced the Rams with second best running attack in the NFL. But the Rams' defense is not what you would think they would be. They're 23rd on defense. That score was basically a track meet, 45-35, because the Rams couldn't slow them down. And I think the Rams are actually a little bit overrated. They should have lost to Kansas City if Kansas City hadn't had those two uh, big interceptions. Um, but what I'm saying is, if we play mistake-free football, we run the football like we do and slow down the tempo of this game, and we punch them in the mouth, you got a good chance to win this game. I know I'm going to be in the minority here, but looking at the numbers, looking at what the Saints have faced defensively and running back wise, you got to look and say that the Cowboys do have a chance. And it's football. Anything can happen. So we'll have to wait and see if I'm right or wrong. But don't think that this is going to be a blowout. It's going to be a slugfest. All right, guys. It's Saturday morning. Got some things to do. Got to head over to Clarence's house and take a look at some stuff he needs to get fixed and things and do some running around. But you know I'm going to be around all day doing videos. And we can kick back tomorrow and watch the Eagles and the Giants and just kind of relax. I'm Mark Holmes with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and I'll see you.